Alright, so we got the new One Punch Man Season 3 trailer, and it looks good. Now, when I say it looks good, I mean, like, it doesn't look bad. It looks like an improvement from Season 2 so far. Just off of the 90 seconds that we're seeing in here, at least. And no, I'm not like one of those pandering, false, fake hype type of guys to give you hope or to make a series seem like it's better than it actually is just for the sake of content. That's not the way that my channel works. I would like to consider myself a pretty straight shooter. So genuinely, it does look good for now, at least to me. Now, before we get into the trailer itself and talking more about it, let me also point out that technically Season 3 does start this weekend. I think like Sunday the 5th. That is like a recap episode of Season 2, maybe some Season 1 stuff in there, which is totally understandable. They do need that for the casuals because it's been, what, 6 years since Season 2? So, that being said, the first episode of Season 3, like the new content, that starts next weekend on the 12th. But we also have to point out the elephant in the room in this trailer, and it's that there's like no action sequences in it, which I guess is fine. This is really like what a teaser or a trailer should be, in my opinion. Like, it's supposed to tease you or get you excited for it and not showing you too much. But also, it could mean that they don't want to show us action, or they don't even have the action sequences completed yet. And I know you're thinking like, wait, what? It's coming out next week. Why wouldn't they have that stuff completed? I know. Well, that's because it kind of played out that way with Season 2. They were animating it as it was airing. And you also might be thinking like, why would they do that? That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know how Japanese business politics work, especially with the animation studios and all that stuff. But anyway, besides that, let's talk about the trailer itself. Right off the bat, animation seems to be improved, which is great, and it's covering essentially what I thought it was for many years now. We're seeing, you know, what the first 2 or 3 episodes of the season are going to be. We're not really seeing too much more of that. Again, that can go back to them maybe animating it on the fly as the season is airing, maybe. So it's opening up with us seeing the Atomic Samurai and his crew, and then we're seeing this meeting at like the Hero Association. There's obviously talking about the Monster Association and what's going on with that, and how they're essentially going to have to go raid them to save this guy, Narinki's son, because they had kidnapped him in Season 2. That's like the big MacGuffin, I guess. He himself is the MacGuffin of this season. The reason that they are going to go into the Monster Association in the first place, because this guy is like a huge donor to the Hero Association. I mean, granted, you would go save a kid anyway because it's a freaking kid, but, you know, there's so much emphasis placed on this because of the way that the politics work within the One Punch Man world, at least on the human hero side of things. We're also seeing Zombie Man here, and he's going somewhere. We saw in Season 2 that he was tracking down Armored Gorilla, the guy who was from the House of Evolution, working with Dr. Genus. So, most likely, that's what this is going to lead to. I'm not going to try to spoil things in this video because I know a lot of you probably don't read the manga, or you just know little bits and pieces of it. Maybe you know the big fight that happens with Saitama that happened 2 years ago or 3 years ago that went viral. Maybe you know stuff like that, but you don't really know the intricate details, and maybe you just don't want to be spoiled about Season 3, and that's totally fine. Also, let me point out that, of course, I will be covering Season 3 on this channel every single week, and my reviews and breakdowns for it will not have spoilers in it. So subscribe for that if you're looking for some like real genuine content to be made about this season, and not just somebody looking at the camera going, oh, Saitama did a punch. I've never really been that guy. I've been more of like a, I don't know, like genuine, just if it's good, it's good, and I can't really like fake a reaction. And if that's the type of content you enjoy, by all means, please go watch it. I'm not like a content gatekeeper, but I'm just not that guy. I'm more of like, I'm gonna talk to you about it and like maybe tell you some stuff that you didn't realize, maybe get you a little hyped up for the rest of the season, and just give you some good content to listen in the background or while you're eating or studying or something, you know, just disposable. That's essentially what I've always been. Then we're seeing Tatsumaki with Sekengar, and he's showing her like this hologram projection of Drive Knight. This is because Drive Knight has been like investigating the Monster Association. We saw him do that in season 2. So I guess they're going to be talking about, you know, what's going on with his discoveries, what's been happening with him, where is he, what's going on. Then we're seeing like broken pieces of Metal Knight's robot. That's because in season 2, Metal Knight like clamped onto Elder Centipede and wound up going underground with him into the Monster Association and, you know, but the technology and the pieces down there are very important because, you know, it's like proprietary technology, some of the most advanced technology in the world. And now it's in the hands of the Monster Association. Then we're seeing inside of Saitama's apartment with Fubuki, Genos, Bang, Bomb, King, and Saitama. And then there's like a fan service moment here with Bang for some reason. It's like, okay, I guess this is catering to a certain demo. That's fine, do your thing. But I'm just surprised they didn't do it so much with like Fubuki and Tatsumaki in this trailer. That's like the bread and butter of this series, right? We're seeing the strike team here. This is the initial team that's going to be going underground. We've got Darkshine, Atomic Samurai, Pig God, Puri Puri Prisoner, Zombie Man, Flashy Flash, Tatsumaki, and Child Emperor. I mean, this is like an unstoppable team on paper. Of course, it's not the full S-Class, but just Tatsumaki alone is more than enough to take down nearly anyone that we've seen in the series so far, at least anime-wise. Then we're going inside of the Monster Association itself. We're seeing Royal Ripper and Bug God. We didn't really get too much into these guys in season 2, but they're going to be pretty prevalent in the beginning of the season 3 here. Then we're seeing Super S. We did see her in season 2 taking on Fubuki. She's going to have some more moments. Then we're seeing this new robot guy. He kind of comes out of nowhere, but it's pretty interesting that he has a singular eye. We have seen the singular eye a few times in the series before, especially with robots, if you go back to season 1. Then we're seeing Phoenix Man, seeing Hellfire and Gale, 2 of the ninja guys from Monster Association. We're seeing Giro, who is like Speaker of the House, I guess you could say, for the Monster Association. And then Orochi, of course, who is the leader of the Monster Association, the king of monsters. He's set up to be like the final boss of them. And then Garo, of course. Garo is back. We knew that he was coming back. We knew that he was being taken to the Monster Association at the end of season 2 by Phoenix Man. Now he has recovered. And this is like Garo's new form / aesthetic coming into this season. This is my favorite version of Garo. It's really interesting to finally see this animated because we've on the channel alone have covered this version of Garo for like 7 years now. And in this sequence, we can see that he is for sure in the Monster Association here, talking to Giro and the rest of the monsters. Then we're coming back to Saitama's house, more of the Bang fan service. Saitama straight up playing on like a Game Boy from like 1991. Then we're seeing this sequence with Fubuki like angrily reacting to Saitama's nonchalantness and aloofness. This has been pretty well received and it does look good. But the thing is that the bar has been set so low that this is just standard animation for like a quality series, I guess. So us just getting this is enough to make people think like, oh, this is going to be a good season. Now we're seeing the executives. These are like the anti-S-Class or the S-Class of the Monster Association. It's like Overgrown Rover, Gums. This is Evil Natural Water. This is Neon, Fuhrer Ugly. I don't know what they're going to call them in the official translation of season 3, especially like in the dub. Probably not going to call him Fuhrer Ugly. Hold on, let me see what they call him in the Viz. So in the Viz, they call him President Ugly. Sure, that's fine. Homeless Emperor, Black S, which, man, I think I coined the term Black S. I think it was back in like 2018 when I made my first Black S video. I called him by his real name, and the video got like age restricted. And this was at a very, very short window in time where like sometimes YouTube would actually give you a reason why your video was age restricted, and like I was able to like ask them why, and the only response I got was, this is not an appropriate character. And I was like, okay, then I guess I'll never say his real name again. And for the last 7 years, I've always called this character Black S. Let's see what his official English translation name is, too. Alright, so in Japanese, it's Kuroi Seishi. And in the Viz, it is Black Spermatozoan. Black Spermatozoan. I'm sorry, YouTube. Am I not allowed to say spermatozoan? Is that too much? I'm sorry, okay? Please, I'm sorry. It's what the Viz is officially calling it. Don't come after me, come after them. But yeah, these guys are all ultra powerful, of course, and we're gonna see them take on the S-Class. That is literally what is being advertised here. We're also seeing Garo again, Fubuki arguing with Saitama. This is all like first episode stuff for sure. But again, not seeing action, which is fine. Maybe they're saving it, maybe not. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. If you like the trailer, let me know. If you like this video, give it a like because it'll help it, you know, get out there into the ether. And again, subscribe, guys. Going to be covering all of Season 3. You knew that I was going to, but, you know, in case you're new here, now you know. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.